Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie Laporte. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. But it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustment.
And now Washington starting group. Cohen is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Kispert in at the small forward position. And for New York, Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard. Well, we got just a few games, Tim, in the books. Is it too early to come to major conclusions with what we've seen so far?
Well, Kevin, I know off of these early results, we want to go ahead and jump to later in the year. And that's the nature of the job. People want to know, and they want us to evaluate and predict, but an awful lot is going to change in this league for all of these teams over the next several months.
Can't wait to watch it.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Kicks it down to Middleton. This one for three. Knicks with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And, boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Brunson against Koulibaly. And it's Robinson with the jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now, here is Robinson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Bridges. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Back to Koulibaly. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Brunson outside. No good. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. McCollum outside. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. McCollum's got 5 points so far. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. Pass to Bridges. Now Towns. Defended by Middleton. And the Knicks miss again. And the Wizards with possession. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Kispert kicks to Middleton. Here's Koulibaly. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Tim, this is going to hit home, and I'm sorry about it. It's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years?
So it's the Wizards now. After the three-pointer from Karl-Anthony Towns. Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Here's Brunson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Alex Sarr.
Wizards foul.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you.
Take a break.
But
Take a break.
It's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
He's off on the first.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
And he's good on the second. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to McCollum. And here is Kispert. Bridges with the steal. Over Kispert. Here's Robinson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, what a force. Sometimes you just want it a little more.
Here's McCollum. He's got 5. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to McCollum. And he drives in. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Knicks leading by 3. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Outside, Towns. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Towns has got 6 points.
And this is what makes Towns so special, that ability to hit with consistency from range.
Stolen by Brunson. Robinson with it. Started now by Kispert. Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And it's 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Koulibaly. Coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Middleton outside. Pass to McCollum. Here's Koulibaly. Shot to stop the run. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Now Brunson. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. And again, it's New York.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Kispert. Now here's Middleton. McCollum outside. Fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Brunson scanning the floor. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Koulibaly with it. Defended by Bridges. Hits it down to Middleton. Launches it. Rebounded by Hart.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Robinson a screen on Koulibaly. Bridges. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
He's checked in for the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Bridges. The Wizards also changing it up. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Alexander Sarr. Keyshawn George comes in for Chris Middleton. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for McCollum. Carrington finds Koulibaly. Bagley sets a screen for George. The Wizards with another miss. New York with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Brunson outside. Pass to Yabusele. Back to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner, and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now, that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. For the Knicks, Akporti's checked in, and Miles McBride subbed in for Hart. Whitmore, he's checked in for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Koulibaly. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Johnson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Carrington finds Bagley. Johnson outside. Back to Bagley. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
The Knicks leading by 10. Brunson, the bounce pass. Here's McBride, covered by Johnson. McBride with the ball. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago. New York, no good that time either.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Down low. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Pass to McBride. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Stolen by George. Here's Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jalen Brunson.
Lots of fight from this kid, Johnson, the rookie with some moxie.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
And that one falls for Johnson. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Landry Shamit's checked in for Jalen Brunson.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Clarkson outside. A floater. No good on that one. Good D by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wizards. 6-point game. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's McBride. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Johnson outside. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here's McBride after the basket by Washington. Here's Clarkson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson. Getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
Inside. Here's Johnson. Misses in close. The Knicks leading by 8. Clarkson surveying the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Jalen Brunson.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Wizards trail by 8. 1:52 left in the first. Three-pointer. And it's Carrington missing. New York's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Clarkson against George. And that one good from Clarkson.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Pass to Bagley. Now Whitmore. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
.107 left here in the first quarter. McBride on the wing. Back to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. That shot no good. Excellent D there from George. Wizards trail by 8. Carrington in the corner from downtown. And it's Whitmore missing. New York shooting very well. 58% the offense is flowing right now early for them. Clarkson passes to Shamet. Here's McBride. Over Carrington. McBride's shot is off.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost them that time.
Johnson outside. Shoots over Shamet. Accordi grabs the rebound. It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. New York ahead, up by 8. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
Wizards trail by 8. So the Wizards 5 right now. Whitmore is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's George. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's McCollum in at the point.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Pass to Whitmore. Bridges with the steal. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back over to you guys.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And Washington making a change here. Johnson's checked in. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And the Knicks with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. And the Knicks miss again. Wizards trail by 11. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. Stolen by Robinson. Fast break. Here we go. Brunson with a clean look. Oh, Brunson good from range.
And for a high-volume three-point shooter, Brunson is really efficient.
36, 22.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Brunson. 11 points in the game. Brunson barreling in.
And here's a look at numbers for Brunson. Great showing for him last season. Putting in about 26 points per. 7 assists and 3 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
That free throw, no good. So for the Wizards, Sarr comes in for Bagley, and Corey Kispert subbed in for George. And he sinks the second. Now here's Johnson. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Sarr finds McCollum, and Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's McCollum. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Orlando.
And we need to mention the impact he had on the defensive side as well. He blocked a couple shots and altered others.
Now here's Brunson. A 12-point game. Towns a screen on McCollum. Left side, Towns. Over Kispert. And it's Towns missing. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. McCollum with the ball. Brunson picks him up. Kicks it out to McCollum. The three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
New York on D. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the inside. Here's Sarr. Lays it up and banks it in. Sarr's got his second basket of the game.
That's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Hart outside. Rebound by the Wizards. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yeah, and that made it difficult to stay connected to their shooters.
Now here's McCollum. 8 points for him. Pocket 6. On the wing, Koulibaly. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Koulibaly has got 5 points in the quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it back.
McCollum against Brunson. Oh, muscling it in, Brunson.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Wizards trail by 8. Now Sarr. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
New York's gone 1-2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Bridges misses. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Bridges against Koulibaly. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Chris Middleton's checked in for Kispert.
Wizards substitution, number 22, Chris Middleton.
On the wing, Johnson, defended by Hart. Shot clock at 6. Bridges with the steal. Here's Brunson. Here's Towns from 13. And there's Brunson. That's good on the assist by Towns.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Here's Johnson. McCollum outside. Koulibaly. Johnson, that's for 2. And another miss by Washington.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Hart with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Wizards trail by 10. McCollum outside. Middleton outside. Pass to Johnson. A 3-ball. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 10. Shoots the 3. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. For the Knicks, Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Clarkson comes in for Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Washington, Johnson comes in for Koulibaly. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for McCullough. Johnson against Clarkson. Trying to get something going. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Gotta have a lot of control to hit the midi, and Johnson does.
Here's McBride. No good on the 3. Wizards trail by 11. Johnson outside. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 7.
Well, hey, Johnson is a volume three-point shooter for a reason because he's very accurate from beyond.
Middleton against Towns. Yabusele in the post. No scoring in this one.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Johnson. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Alexander Saw. Cam Whitmore comes in for Chris Middleton. And Georgia subbed in for Johnson. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul.
13.
Carrington with the ball. Pass to Bagley. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
And you watch Bub Carrington, you know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
And it's Whitmore missing. New York leading by 6. And here is Hart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting.
Carrington finds Whitmore. Fires the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
New York's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Clarkson. That one's off. Still out of sync. Wizards trail by 3. In the corner, George with it. Here's Carrington. Defended by McBride. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. different look for New York. Courtney's checked in, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Josh Hart. The three from George. Drills it from outside. George has got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
They set the pick. Here's Clarkson, and he finishes nicely on the way. Clarkson's got 6.
Clever on-ball decision by Clarkson, using the pick to get himself free for that one.
Johnson double-teamed. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 15-4 run right now. It's up a 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's McBride for the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. George has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
New York's gotten gold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range.
Even when he first came into the league, this was Clarkson's go-to move, pressing the action off the dribble.
1:27 left in the first half of the game. On the wing, George shoots it. Another one falls for Washington.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
New York trailing. Now McBride. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Wizards?
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Take a break. And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
The first free throw is good. That one misses.
Well, they had a chance to take the lead, but at least he tied it up.
To the paint. Here's Whitmore. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 56 seconds left here in the second. McBride with the ball. It's not going to go for him. Great tee that time from Johnson. To the middle. Carrington finds Bagley. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. And so Clarkson will bring it up with the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. There's the pick. And the Knicks miss again. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort. And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. Creates a different type of matchup.
For Washington, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. throw good, Whitmore. And both free throws good for Whitmore. Here's Clarkson. 8 points for him. There's a screen. George with the steal. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Wizards lead by 3. It's time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You know, right now, for the Wizards, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them, and not much room for error.
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And as